Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode and the latest and greatest in Pokemon TCG news. This is the PokeAdvisor podcast, bringing you the latest news in the Pokemon TCG space. So today, I wanted to kind of discuss my strategy and how I'm maneuvering in this Pokemon market. So we'll kind of go through the episode and break it down, but really briefly. You can hardly ever go wrong with MSRP sealed products. So just think about it. Yes, it is in high value right now. I don't recommend buying it at the scalper resale price, especially newer products. And honestly, it may be within your best interest to not even focus on the new products at all, like Prismatic Evolution, the ones that are hard to find. These are reasonably priced and it's a sealed product, so I wouldn't go against $55. Now if you're buying to rip open, then you should keep it at MSRP or chase or buy the chase card for whatever price it's at. Usually, there are some expensive chase cards out there, don't get me wrong, but make sure you like the card before you go and buy it. Don't just buy it thinking, oh, I'm going to double or triple my money in a couple of years, because that's not guaranteed. And it's, Pokemon investing, or a lot of investors, it's built around nostalgia and emotion. Investing in general is built around emotion. So make sure that you like the card before buying it. Speaking of chase card, this will probably be a big chase card in Glory of Team Rocket. We've got Zamazenta, the shield one, full art, beautiful artwork. This is probably the best Zamazenta full art I've seen. So it's coming out in Glory of Team Rocket. So for example, Destined Rivals. We know there was a Pokemon Center pre-order. I didn't get it, and I'm not too upset about it because I know reprints are coming, It would be nice to have the Pokemon Center stamped reprints, and I do think that will happen. But I'm not too upset. I know reprints are coming, so I don't feel like I missed out. I think Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are coming back, and regular Elite Trainer boxes are coming back. So I'll definitely be getting this at MSRP. I'm not going to be paying scalper prices for a pre-order, let alone a pre-order. Same with booster bundles. I think these are really good bang for your buck to open at MSRP. Blisters, again, don't pay overvalue for these. And then going back, so this is a pretty good deal. That's another thing. These super premium collections, $50 at Sam's Club right now. This officially came out, when it came out, is $80, and I think a lot of people kind of FOMO into the hype. And sales, there's always going to be a sale. One of the biggest kind of psychological business moves is to give the consumer a sense of urgency and a sense of scarcity. So once you can see through that there is no scarcity, you'll be able to relax, be patient, and buy certain products at a more affordable price, like this Charizard Super Premium Collection, $50. This is the cheapest I've ever seen it gone, and it originally retailed at $80. So that's that. So you should be paying cheaper than MSRP. You should wait for the sales. Don't pay double or triple when these usually go on sale. So maybe up at Target for 50. 50 is reasonable, 50 is like, I don't want to wait for the sale. I really want this product. I'll buy it for $50. But it looks like it's not here. Now, let's get into the controversial topics. Oh, and before I get into the controversial topics, Cynthia's Garchomp EX Premium Collection releases in June 13. So it has the Heatwave Arena or Glory of Team Rocket or Destined Rival Cynthia. And we also have Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX box releasing June 13. So that'll be cool. Looks like a Rocket's Meowth and a Team Rocket's Giovanni and a Mewtwo EX with a couple Destined Rival packs, probably 4. Alright, so now the contrarian topic. We're going to go to TCG Play for this. What I'm investing in now are something. So let's forget about modern products and let's go back to very expensive, not so modern, but relatively modern products. Like this Mewtwo Elite Trainer box. XY, $450. And this is obviously if you have the money for it. I don't see a price graph, 330 to 336. So the price hasn't really moved that much. And this is a very scarce object. So I think this is where we should be looking. Not at the stuff in the headline, but at expensive Elite Trainer boxes from the past that are definitely sold out. They are a little more expensive. You are getting less product, but from an investor point of view, I think, you know, they're not as jacked up in price, and you're holding a relic, you know. So this is really expensive. I don't have this one, and I mean we see it only gone up from 660. Oh wow, 5,000. So this has really gone up. Okay, 939 here. Most recent sale 1,500. Where did they get the 5,000 number from? But 600 to 1,500. So that's why I say. So sure, it's a controversial take and a very expensive product, but yeah, I think these cards only go up, or these boxes only go up from here. So here's another one, the Elite Trainer box, Kyogre. Still gathering data, but it looks like it's 2,200 now. Again, these are not cheap prices. This one's out of stock, so this one's really hard to find. I'm sure its price is insane. So yeah, these are not cheap products. I want to put that into context, but I mean, year over year, they just keep going up. And the thing is, you can see like this only has a 1-year history, but sure, it dipped a little bit, but then it just keeps climbing year after year. And now it's really high, so it is kind of expensive. You may want to wait for the dip. But if you can find this at a cheap price, maybe in the summer, because usually in the summer is when people kind of, their attention isn't on Pokemon as much as the winter months. And yeah, look at that, it just keeps climbing. And I think it'll dip, but it won't crash down. These older boxes that aren't in production more. Whereas the newer boxes are a lot riskier because they'll get reprints. So these are never at risk for reprints, which is another reason why you may want to consider investing in these. So this is like $1,000 here, although we've got $3,000 listings. It's just crazy how they play with these prices. Unbroken bonds. Again, we see the same pattern. So this is a little cheaper, $2,000. And it was in April, it was only $619, and then went all the way up to $1,000. So yeah, they're not cheap by any means, but definitely something to consider. And they may just only go up in price after that. And then just taking a look at the articles, we do have Journey Together pull rate, and it looks like you get 1 out of 100. Any hyper rare is 1 out of 137 with a specific hyper rare, 1 out of 411, and that's the gold cards. Special illustration rares, any 1 out of 86, whereas a specific one is 1 out of 518. We've got the illustration rares, which is the Articuno and the non-stamp, and Reshiram. Any is 1 out of 12 packs, so very common, and then specific is 1 out of 129. So the pull rates are not bad. Ultra rare, any 1 out of 15, specific 1 out of 168, and that's like Iris's Fighting Spirit and Zacian. And then the double rare, so that's like your EX cards, any is 1 out of 5 with a specific 1 out of 79. Secret rare hit rate, chance of opening at least one. Hit rate, special illustration rare, hyper rare, special illustration rare, or ultra rare is 16%. Illustration rares and double rares are slightly more common, so that's not bad. And we can compare this to temporal forces. So this is 16%. For temporal forces, it was 7% compared to 16. Upper limit 8%. Twilight is 7, upper limit 8. Stellar Crown is 7, upper limit 8. Surging Sparks is 7, upper limit 8. Journey Together is 8.5, so about almost 1 point higher, with the upper limit being 9%. These are puts things into perspective. Same with the double rare, so 16s, and then Journey Together 20%. SIR is 1 point. So SIR actually is higher with Temporal, Twilight, Stellar, and Surging Sparks, whereas Journey Together is 1.16% or 1.38 for the upper limit. Smaller sets are easier to master, very true. No ace specs means fewer hits. Journey Together pull rates, talked about that. And yeah, that's all I got. We see Articuno going for $42 now. Prices have come down by a lot since its release. A lot of people are getting this product and opening them, which is nice to see. So Zacian $10, Iris $5, and Reshiram only $26, Articuno $42. So that's not bad for an Articuno card. We've got Lily's Clefairy $270, down from like $400, and then Zoroark $151. So I do like these numbers. Then you got the hyper. I'm not a big fan of gold cards, but to each their own. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment, and let me know what you guys think about the investing strategy that I went over. Do you agree or disagree? Thanks.